This woman is a different woman than that one. This is a different woman. This, bro, be absolutely for fucking real with me right now. You are making a joke. You are fibbing. You are joking. One is more Republican coded. Shut the fuck up. What? Which one? Which one is more Republican coded? Kornatowski the third? Ain't no fucking way that's this dude's name, bro. What the You didn't know he's Polish royalty? That is, I'm learning too much today at this Rolling Stones list that I'm going through. This morning I woke up, and I have another embarrassing story for you guys. This morning I woke up and I remembered that my manager was like, hey, you need to shoot like a video for Rolling Stone. You're in their top 25 most influential. And I was like, oh, sick, dope. Let's do it, right? And I shot this video for Rolling Stone a while, like last week or a week and a half ago. I can't really remember. And this morning, I go on Twitter, and there is all these like posts from, you know, blue checkmark accounts being like, oh, Rolling Stone's top influential, like Hasan, IShowSpeed, Mr. Beast, right? And I was like, oh, nice. Like the list came out, and I thought I was supposed to be on it. But all these accounts that like post this stuff, with the exception of like the Rolling Stones account or whatever, like all the accounts that are on my timeline were posting like, you know, Mr. Beast and all these other content creators on it. And I thought I wasn't on the list. So I literally woke up and I was like, oh, I guess they like took me off the list, or they just like made me do a video for no reason. Only later, when I tuned into my Instagram where Rolling Stones was like looking for a collaboration post, did I realize I actually had made the list. So wait, what number are you? Like 25? In the top 25, I'm actually number 8. I'm in the top 10. Crack the top 10, baby. Yeah, some included you on Twitter, though. No, this is the full list. And I had not seen the full list. That's why. I only saw, most of them were talking about like, most of them were just talking about like Mr. Beast and IShowSpeed, Drewski, Kai Cenat. So I thought that they just like canceled my appearance or something. I don't know. But it is very cool. It is very cool. Not because like I'm on it, but I mean, that's always great. And I'm always very happy, right? And Iron Mouse is on it too, which is really cool. But there are a lot of pro-Palestine people on here, which is interesting. Now, it's the Rolling Stone, and they're supposed to be like, they have always been, you know, subversive and irreverent, but like they've always been, you know, a little bit different than like regular traditional media outlets that are more traditional, right? I did not think that I would be as high on this list. Let's be real, okay? I did not think that at all, but also because I didn't see myself in the Thumbo. So I just genuinely thought they just didn't put me in the list, and they made me do that video promo for no reason. But yeah, only number 8. Dude, are you kidding me? There's like way more influential people on here than myself on this list. Is cool though. They used to be a novelty, but creators have infiltrated every part of our lives. TikTokers are no longer bound to TikTok. They're in our HBO shows and primetime sitcoms and Spotify playlists. So what makes a creator influential today? For this list, we define it as someone born from the internet, not a celebrity who jumped on after gaining fame in a more traditional way, who uses their chosen platforms to push conversations forward. We started with dozens of names, then with the help of data from software analytics company Creator IQ, weighed their followers, engagement rate, and audience growth over the past year. Using those numbers and our own editorial judgment, we rank these creators, all of whom are shaping culture in 2025. Number 25 is Kay Poyer. I don't know who she is. Lady Miss K. This Dallas doll. Oh, wait, I do know who she is. I have seen, yeah, she's funny as. That's cool. No, I do. I've seen her TikToks. Yeah. You got Brandon Edelman, a little grit and a lot of gay chaos for Brandon Edelman, 29, to go from cog in the fashion world to full-time creator. Not sure if I've ever seen his stuff. Obviously, Dave Porkboy, I know. Dave Porkboy is you know, unfortunately a institution at this point, even though he is probably one of the objectively bad people on this list. Like, just truly a villain. Dave Porkboy, 48, may have gotten his launch starting the early 2000s raunch site Barstool Sports, but as he has grown that into an online empire, he sold his company for $551 million, all this stuff. Meredith Hayden, Wishbone Kitchen, built her career embracing life's little luxuries, whether it's homemade ice cream with fresh peaches or tomato butter bake. I don't know who this is. Alex Earl, most marketable personality. TikTok's most marketable personality, Alex Earl, 24, has had another big year. She appeared in a Super Bowl commercial, became an investor in canned cocktail brand Sip Margs, and announced to be the upcoming season 34 on Dancing with the Stars. After leaving Alex Cooper's Unwell Network. Wait, that's a different Alex? Wait. There's two different blonde women named Alex, and one is with an I and one is with an E. Isn't this the Call Your Daddy chick? Is this not the Call Your Daddy girl? Ain't no way you are telling me right now, honest to God, that the Call Your Father girl, Call Your Daddy girl is a different... Stop. This woman is a different woman than that one. This is a different woman. This, bro, be absolutely for fucking real with me right now. You are making a joke. You are fibbing. You are joking. That is the same woman, bro. You are so face blind. No, that's the same woman. She just got different makeup on. They don't even look the same. Okay, bro, y'all are fucking, that's crazy. What does she do? This is another TikToker. Vlogcast, hot mess with Alex Earl. It's almost been 3 years. I've literally been doing this, and question is making something that lasts. One is more Republican coded. Shut the fuck up. What? Which one? Which one is more Republican coded? One is MAGA. The other one is a liberal. See, this is what I mean. Okay. This is what I mean. Remember when I was having this conversation with Hasan Minhaj, where I was like, bro, America's not ready for one Hasan, let alone two Hasans that are doing like political satire, political commentary. Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, two Muslim Hassans, that's crazy. You can have a million Johns. You can have a million Alexes, some of which apparently are direct carbon copies of one another, and it doesn't even matter. Alex Earl is a TikToker who dates a Miami Dolphins player and is very MAGA. All criticism of capitalism is subsumed by it. Those who attack it end up reinforcing it. Yes. That's what I'm doing. I'm reinforcing the capitalist structures that bind us. I'm doing it deliberately though. Like, it's just. Anyway, you can tell if a blonde woman is a Republican by her roots. If she's got busted roots, she's MAGA. Anyway, okay. Sabrina Breer, 31, working as a Hollywood assistant in Zoom. Sabrina Cinnamon Breer, I don't really know who that is. Theo Von's on here. That's another like outspoken. Wait, what the fuck? Theodore Capitani von Kornatowski the third? Ain't no fucking way that's this dude's name, bro. What the You didn't know he's Polish royalty? That is, I'm learning too much today at this Rolling Stones list that I'm going through. There is too much information. I don't even need to know this stuff. You know what I mean? This is crazy. Is this how you find out Theo Von is a literal aristocrat? Ain't no way. Are you serious? He's actually a literal, honest to God aristocrat. HasanAbi is not tapped in. No, I'm not. So he's like most likely a little inbred is what you're saying. Because let's be real. There ain't no fucking way that you can have aristocratic roots without having a little bit of that inbreeding. Like, that's what we're having. That's like actually what's going on here. Anyway, all right. We got Theo Von. Anika she. These days, viral moments, 27 going to hand, about ancient Egypt, stainless steel. Iron Mouse. Pog. Iron Mouse went on air. Puerto Rican Twitch creator Iron Mouse may remain anonymous, but she's become iconic with her pink and purple hair avatar and high-pitched squeaking voice alone, which is real, she claims, as a result of lung infection due to COVID-19 complications. The vlogger and gamer is a mainstay in VTubing, virtual YouTubing, or using graphics and motion capture software to mask one's identity. I love when they try to entertain like or explain what like this concept is to a fucking boomer / normie audience. VTubing, virtual YouTubing, or using graphics and a motion capture software to mask one's identity. And the most subscribed female Twitch streamer of all time. I feel like people are embracing VTubers more than ever, and it's really cool to see. She tells Rolling Stone, aside from streaming, she's also a singer. She's released 2 singles in the past year, as well as being featured on a Canadian rapper BB No Money single, 1-800-SC. Ilona Mayer, genre sports creator. Oh, this is the USA Rugby star. I remember her. Speedy Moorman. He was the one who interviewed Joe Brandon, if you remember. Tefi Pessoa, hello Tefi. Estefania Vanegas Pessoa, known to the world as Tefi Pessoa, often thinks back in the time of storytelling Miami Middle School. Ask Tefi. I don't know who this is. Drew Afuelo, I know her. There's a lot of content creators I know on this list. Duke Dennis, obviously. Jake Shane, influencer comedian Jake Shane turned his octopus dish review account into a comedy journey. Octopus lover. After shift to the improv based or historical biblical events, what if John Wilkes Booth went into the wrong theater? That's cool. That's another. This is the same woman. Same woman twice. Alex Cooper. This is what we were talking about before. It's like, this is the same. Like, we have both of the Alexes on here. It's not. They're both separate queens. Okay, no, this is Alex Cooper and not Alex, the other one. One of them is MAGA and the other one likes Kamala Harris. I got it. I know. Okay. Camilla Araujo, OnlyFans model. After a cameo in Mr. Beast's massive Squid Game YouTube video, OnlyFans star Camilla Araujo, 23, has become a master of internet virality using rage bait and provocative comments and a strategic data-driven approach similar to that of Mr. Beast to fuel her explosive growth. Reflects a growing class of Gen Z influencers. OnlyFans is a springboard into mainstream internet fame. She's part of the Bop House, the mega viral OnlyFans content house, and runs her own social media consultancy. But that's just, I want to be everywhere, she says. I want to be unavoidable. That's so crazy because that's that's something I say all the time as well. As far as protesting. Arahojo. Damn. Handle, HasanAbi, genre, political streamer, subscribers 10.5 million. The biggest socialist in streaming isn't slowing down. People are looking for someone willing to fight against the Trump administration, Piker says, and he's up for the job. Piker 33 covered the LA ICE protests, interviewed leftist leader Jean-Luc Mélenchon in France, toured Queens with New York City mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani, and visited the headquarters of the Japanese Communist Party. Freedom of speech is top of mind. He was detained by border security and questioned about his political views when returning from a trip abroad in May. That was an interesting experience, he jokes, and yet his recent international focus is no accident. It's about solidarity with other working class movements all around the world, he says. It's a united struggle. Boom. You almost cleared Mr. Beast? Yeah, that's crazy. Like, having me be so close to Mr. Beast and all these other actual massive content creators is kind of wild. I'm not going to lie. This is I don't know what they were doing over there. They went nutty mode on the woke side, you know? We got Mr. Beast. Caleb Heron, number 6, deserves all the good things, deserves all the praise. Got to have him on the Fear End podcast. Got to have him on, not just the Fear End podcast, but got to have him on the stream too. I think we could have so much fun. Don't know how to reach him. Get him on the broadcast. Stop being lazy. I just don't know how to reach him. I don't know. I don't know what my connect is. You know what I mean? I guess Z-Way. Maybe. He'll finally make your stream worth watching. Shut the fuck up, chatter. Try Brittany Broski. Oh my God. Okay, listen to me. Chad Vice with Caleb and Brittany would go, I think, a little too hard. I think we would rip apart the space-time continuum. I feel like if I did a Chad Vice with Brittany Broski and Caleb Heron, oh my God, that is cinema. That is fucking cinema. Hold up. I'm going to text her right now. I'm going to do it right now. Oh, shit. I'm doing it. I'm setting the stage. Brett Cooper gave you a shout out? Wait, really? Link it to me. And And then we got our Queen Lynn. You got to remind people that Caleb is a mean gay. He will roast your ass. Wait, I mean, yeah, of course. Queen Lynn Blackwell at number 5. She's killing it. I'm very happy for her. She's blowing up. And you got number 4, Kai Cenat. Obviously, this one made me very happy though. Miss Rachel obviously deserves all her flowers. She deserves all the praise. She is the GOAT. She is one of the, I'm a political commentator. This is my job. I am a very opinionated person. I always have been. I'm a very stubborn person. So my expectation is never going to be that someone who doesn't do that as a profession first and foremost, to maintain that same level of necessary stubbornness and clear conscience on an issue that is considered the third rail of American politics that most people are too afraid to touch, right? So the very fact that Ms. Rachel, despite being like a brand that is in Walmart and a massively successful Netflix show, the fact that she said, look, it does not matter. I am going to absolutely, regardless of all of the financial, regardless of the finances that I am basically casting aside as someone who is at the absolute top in terms of content creation, who has become like an institution for children's entertainment. I am going to actively keep pressing and actively push to try to give people an expanded permission structure and advocate for Palestinian emancipation. It's amazing. She is amazing. I really, really, really respect her. And then, of course, number 2 is Drewski, which is, fine. He's funny. I get it. But number 1, same with IShowSpeed. I mean, IShowSpeed doesn't obviously have like the same, I would say, background information as like Miss Rachel, but it's very cool to see 2 of the top 3 content creators on here being unconditionally pro-Palestine. Like that's very dope. That's very, very cool. That's very, very cool. How do you become a global phenomenon? For IShowSpeed, it starts with never turning the camera off. IShowSpeed is transformed childhood nickname Speed into his longtime love, video games into our streaming empire. Born Darren Watkins Jr., the Ohioan, 20 is best known for his worldwide streaming tours, where the camera stays rolling as he meets foreign dignitaries and sports legends, plays and pickup soccer matches, films music videos for his budding rap career, or is hounded by massive crowds. Speed's teen antics have gotten him in hot water, but he's addressed each controversy with a genuine apology, all while drawing millions of views with his boisterous energy and cultural curiosity. Once again, for Speed, it's like, for Speed, I match his career and his development as like a literal child, because I think he started off at like 14, right? Like he was on camera when he was 14. He blew the fuck up when he was like 16. That's never going to be good for anyone's development. The very fact that he could have been the biggest shithead on the planet and instead has basically had weird politics overall, but uncompromisingly is pro-Palestine and also pro-trans is so shocking to me. He is like the reversal of the average American liberal who will refuse to take a stand on Palestine or refuse to take a stand on trans issues, but is like otherwise very progressive optically. And he came from Ohio. That makes it even crazier to me. Okay? Like, think about his orbit when he was initially blowing up. It's like the Aiden Ross. Like, he could have been worse than Aiden Ross, you know? And the very fact that instead of doing that, he just does like fun content. You know, it's high energy. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's for a younger audience. But like the very fact that he is from Ohio, blew up with like a crowd that could have led him astray and definitely had like a lot of problematic and horrifying moments when he was a literal child. And instead has become this person that is an institution in and of itself who does like positive content all over the world. I really, really appreciate that. It makes me very happy. Yeah, you got LeBron and you got IShowSpeed. Ohio's GOATs. He's from Cincinnati. That's like saying Chicago is Illinois. How does Speed's pro-Palestine and pro-trans express itself? Okay. Does anyone have the bye-bye Israel clip? There are so many different. Speed is really interesting because like the average person in America is not very knowledgeable on these issues at all and just unconditionally supports Israel, right? Like that's the starting position. I would say for Speed, it's the exact opposite, where he's also not very knowledgeable, but somehow landed on the right side of this argument. But this is a perfect demonstration of IShowSpeed in general. Look.
It's right here. Israel's right here. Bye-bye, Israel!
That's not Israel, dude. Then what is he doing?
Bye-bye!
Bro blew up Saudi Arabia going, bye-bye, Israel. Close enough, I guess. Which is, if you're a little bit aware of politics, it's just funny because like he's just this was another one. Like this is when this like pro-Israel influencer approaches him and he's like,
Where's Ines?
Are you not?
No.
Why not?
Why would I be his Ines?
Creed edit on this is hard. See, chatters, y'all need to learn CapCut, okay? This is the problem. Many of you don't know how to do like Creed edits and shit like that. You don't know how to aura farm. This is an issue. Our audience is too old to do like Creed edits. Meanwhile, you got like 13-year-olds blasting these edits like nonstop on TikTok and getting 1.1 million likes.
And streamer. Alright, what's good, YouTube? I'm gonna post this video 3 years later. Right now, I have 5.9 thousand subs right now.
Except for Emma.
I wonder how much subs I have later.
You okay?
Peace out.
Yeah. He's got I'm from Palestine. Free you. This is awesome too.
I'm from Palestine.
He from Free you! Free you!
I know, free Palestine.
Free you! Free your daddy! Free your mama!
I don't think you're streaming.
Free you, man! Free you, dog!
Oh, you're the best streamer out there.
Thank you, bro. Are you in jail right now? Where you from?
He said, free you. It's awesome. I mean, he's here's one that went viral. Why is this age restricted?
You will not love Israel.
Bro, I never said I don't love Israel.
Speed.
What?
You will not love Israel.
Bro,
You not love Israel.
I never said I don't love Israel. I said free Palestine. That's what I said.
No. One moment. Palestine not good, friend.
No, bro. Palestine people is dying. What do you mean is no? What do you mean no?
Israel is here, not Palestine. Palestine dead. Palestine fucking dead.
The fuck is what, bro? I'm not fucking playing with you, bitch. Free Palestine, nigga. The fuck?
Oh, it's yeah. This is. I don't know. Maybe it's his cameraman. Maybe it's like Sips, his second in command. But like someone literally early on was like, hey, man, this is pretty fucked up. I don't know if you know this. And he was like, this is the most fucked up thing I've ever heard. Free Palestine. And he has just never stopped saying it. Yeah, more effective than 1,000,000 hours on my fucking broadcast. Let me tell you. If the adults that chirp at like the most, if the adults that chirp at like people saying like, yo, Israel kind of sucks. If they only knew that a bunch of the teenagers are totally fucking anti-Israel because of the most popular Luffy ass content creator. Like, because his advocacy quite literally is not dissimilar to Luffy, who he loves obviously as well. Like he is the closest like real world equivalent to Monkey D. Luffy in the sense that he's freakishly athletic and also is uncompromising and unconditionally on the right side when it comes to imperialism, specifically, Israel, Palestine, in that situation, and it also doesn't like make too much sense. You would wish you were IShowSpeed. No, I'm very happy with who I am, but I do appreciate him quite a bit for all the reasons that I just mentioned. Always have to bring up anime and everything, holy weep. No, he loves Luffy too. He's a big One Piece stan. Anyway, Speed was in my communist study group. Yeah. Inshallah, one day we're going to make him a full-fledged Maoist or worldist one day. He's also somehow pro-China. I know. That was also dope too. That was also pretty sick. But yeah, cool stuff. So we got one media hit. But of course, when there's one good media hit, we got to have an even better media hit. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, as you guys know, I did a double Hasan versus Hasan show recently. Okay. Hasan Minhaj doesn't know. We watched it. One of the best interviews I've done, I think. It was very interesting. We went deep, right? We went deep about my worldview and things that I believe, things that I think are right, things that I think are wrong. Anyway, Fox News was apparently also watching. Twitch star Hasan Piker calls communism the honorable end goal of socialism. The far-left commentator also insisted a communist formation has never existed despite communist takeovers in China and Cuba. Now, what's really interesting about this is that none of these are objectionable statements. They are objectively true statements. And if you actually watch my descriptive assessment, you would understand. Okay? Left-wing Twitch streamer Hasan Piker defended communism as the honorable end goal of socialism and the distribution of goods to the working class on Wednesday. Piker sat down with comedian Hasan Minhaj on his podcast where the two discussed progressive issues, including the definition of socialism. Socialism is redefining and reorienting the classes politics that we currently have away from the capital-owning class, owning both the means of production and virtually every facet of power, and redistributing it in a democratic fashion back to the largest class, the working class, Piker said. Now, this is just a description of what socialism is. And if I do say so myself, a fairly accurate one that I think it helps people understand it as easily as possible. Okay? Where is the commentary? Where is the counter narrative? They're just basically quoting me outright. And I guess, like, how is socialism different than communism, Minhaj asked? Communism is supposed to be the end stage, Piker said. It's like the final goal. It's like the final evolution, a stateless, moneyless, classless society, a borderless society. We've never really had communism. I know people will just jokingly sometimes say real communism has never been tried, but that literally has never existed. Piker acknowledged that communist parties have existed in places like China and Cuba, but he insisted that there's never been a communist formation. He added that he doesn't consider being called a communist an insult since he believes communism is an admirable goal. I wouldn't say I'm a communist, but when people call me that, I don't really care because I'm like, I think that's pretty cool. It's Star Trek. It's the Star Trek universe. They have a moneyless society. I feel as though that is definitely an honorable end goal to reach where we have all of our needs met. This is just a transcription of the podcast. And I sometimes think to myself, who is this for? And then I remind myself that it is actually supposed to be on its face a terrifying prospect that a young content creator that like is youth facing, rather. I'm not young myself. I'm 34 now. I'm old, but young for the Fox News audiences, is just, describing these sorts of things without being scared by these concepts. And those concepts are, I guess, like scary automatically to their audiences. So they don't really need to disparage what I'm saying, Piker at 30. I will say this, though, and I don't know how we got here, but what's wild about it is that these guys unironically do a better job of quoting me in context than like supposedly apolitical or liberal content creators do online. And that is what's so remarkable about it. Like, whenever I get written up on Fox News, they just basically will add the context as well. There are some statements where they don't, like where they clip me out of context or whatever. But I do find it really funny that they do a better job of accurately describing my politics and letting my words speak for itself instead of just like actively trying to undermine it in the way that like some of these fucking idiotic slop tubers have done for a very long time. I don't know what to make of that. Piker, a 33-year-old Turkish-American commentator who lives in California and grew up in Istanbul, is a former producer of the far-left internet commentary program The Young Turks. Is the nephew of co-creator Cenk Uygur. His Twitch streams regularly hit over 1 million views, often has 30,000 viewers at any given time. In his videos, Piker is known to push controversial views such as downplaying Hamas's actions during October 7 attacks and claiming that the U.S. deserved 9/11. Despite his outspoken support for socialism, Piker came under controversy in 2021 after it was revealed that he bought a nearly $3 million home in West Hollywood. He defended his purchase on social media, suggesting it was part of living in Los Angeles. Pretty much everyone's argument reduces to, I live in LA. The housing market here is fucked. Why is the argument that I should keep renting or that I should go gentrify somewhere else? Will this solve the problems? No. People are mad because lefty with house. That's it. He wrote. This is amazing. Like, this article is like written as though it's a puff piece. Depending on your worldview, if you read this article, you'd be like, oh, that's nice. Nice little update from my favorite commentator who is, you know, describing things. But I guess like Fox News's audience doesn't need to be negatively framed against like someone even correctly describing socialism. The mere fact that someone can be branded as a socialist or even say that they're not worried about being called a communist alone is the dunk, you know? But it's awesome. Yeah, that's just self-evident. I like how they slam Hamas lover between Nepo baby and homeowner. I know. What is this? I recently saw John Schwartz defending you in the replies. What is this? Have they endorsed a different candidate, said anything negative about his campaign? I think people are just unhappy about the most powerful Democrats in the country. My sense is that anti-establishment Dems are tired of being lectured about how they have to unite under whoever wins primaries, only to see that top Dems don't believe that for themselves. E.g., they don't like that Cuomo is not just still running, but collaborating with Trump. And your guy, Mamdani, cozies up to people like Hasan Piker, who said America deserved 9/11. I hate to have to tell you that if the Democratic Party has any success in the future, it's going to be because of a lot of people like Hasan Piker. Respect. If anything, it's going to be because people like Hasan Piker wake up from the fantasy land and learn how to run campaigns against Republicans instead of Democrats. It's an easy grift to monetize people's outrage, anger, and fear, but it's exclusively a self-enriching endeavor. Yep, the DSA kids who hate America because TikTok told them to. The ones who at the first sign that Williamsburg isn't their Shanghai law. He tried to say Shangri-La, but says Shanghai law. Any longer will run back to Iowa. That's a ringing endorsement of a party. These guys live in fantasy land. The people are not angry because TikTok told them to be angry. The people are angry because they can't fucking pay for things. Okay? And these guys live in La La Land, ironically constantly pointing the finger at blame at everyone else, assuming that everyone else is actually living in fucking La La Land. No, dude, there is a reason. And it's not because like the youth have been brainwashed by myself into believing, a dictatorship of the proletariat is the proper way to go about it. The reason why people have arrived at this conclusion is because they've run out of options. They've run out of options, and there are no clear-cut solutions in the current existing methods that are readily available in our duopoly. And it's perfectly reasonable for a lot of people to demand that the left flank of our duopoly actually represent real leftist opinions, real left politics, and not just like a diet watered down version of right-wing politics.